Paul Talbot. You know what that sounds like to me? Sounds like this. Port Talbot, next to the Baked Bean Museum of Excellence, place where everybody wants to go. I used to live in South Wales, in Swansea, around here. Man, Neath Port Talbot Hospital, Baked Bean Museum of... Why is that showing up so clearly? What is that? Wow. If that's not the most British thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Yep. Oh, man. You know, this is just like a standard British living room. This doesn't even need to be in a museum. It's like someone made a museum based on one meme. Like someone had a meme about baked beans. They're like, oh, that's it. Capitalize on that. We're going big, boys. We're going to make the big bucks. That meme got 2,000 likes. That's it. Let's just capitalize it now while we can and make a whole bloody museum. We'll make a toilet of baked beans. When you flush it, baked beans come out of the flush. It's amazing. Baked bean aliens, say no more. You're being promoted, whoever gave that idea. Baked bean freaks, oh Jesus. Bum explodes. Not gonna lie, that has piqued my interest. I'm not gonna lie. Bum explodes. Okay, you know what? Let's read this. What the hell is that about? I need to know. Barmy baked bean addict Barry Kirk told last night how he's got the wind up or the wind up, because he's terrified his next rip-roaring mega fart will blow him to bits. Man, if this isn't riveting journalism, I don't know what is. For the balding bachelor who scoffs down platefuls of beans and even bathes in them, has been rocked by a series of powerful bottom explosions. You gotta appreciate the grammar in this and the use of capitalizations. And they're getting worse. Last night, Barry, of course he's a Barry. I mean, I was gonna say Barry or Steve, one of the two, was in a spin after experts confirmed blowing off after eating beans can be deadly. Okay. I wanna know what experts these are. Are these medical experts? Because as a doctor myself, analyzing this situation, let's just read on. Food boffins reckon a chemical reaction between Barry's gut and high-fiber baked beans produces flammable methane gas. I'm sorry. A chemical reaction between Barry's gut and high-fiber baked beans produces flammable methane gas. Okay. I mean, you produce methane gas anyway, but okay, maybe more with beans, fair enough. And that means the next time he breaks wind near a naked flame, it could bring him to a sticky end. That's just general advice anyway. Don't fart next to a naked flame. The risk with that is not so much an explosion, but it's like with any kind of pressurized container with like a flammable gas or something in it. If you light a flame onto it, there's a risk that the flame could track back inside, and especially if you got low pressure, like a fart. Yeah, farts can be high pressure. I mean, I've done a few high pressure ones in my time, but generally they're kind of just more of like a that kind of like, you know, like a loose kind of thing. Not extremely high pressure, and yeah, the flame could go back inside, and next thing you know, you've burned the inside of your rectum. So don't do that. It looks funny, but not worth the risk. My rear is in serious danger of being blown to bits. I'll have to strap a no smoking sign right across my backside, said the cracked computer operator at his home in Port Talbot, South Wales. It wouldn't surprise me if it happened, because I eat beans by the gallon. By the bloody gallon. I love them because they're so soft and munchy. Those are two opposite things, but fair enough. It's just a matter of time before my bum gets blasted off. What a quote. What a quote. I mean, if I had to ever be quoted for anything, I would be proud if it was something like that. It's just a matter of time before my bum gets blasted off. Now that's a quote to be proud of. Batty Berry even daubs his head in red paint so he looks like a baked bean. How is this front page news? How is this news at all, let alone front page news? This is definitely some local newspaper. It's like that Ricky Gervais show, Afterlife. These are the kind of stories. It's true. These are literally the kind of stories that they print. British Nutrition Foundation boffin Anne Halliday reveals farts are from stomach gases which gather in the big intestine. I mean, you don't need to be a Nutrition Foundation boffin to figure that out, but okay, they needed a quote and they got it. These gases are released in the form of an explosion from the bottom, and top London dietitian Dr. Arthur Black warned that letting rip with a ring stinger could end in disaster. Flatulence contains methane, which is flammable, said Dr. Black of St. Bartholomew's Hospital. Man, you know what? I look forward to the day when I get contacted for a quote as a doctor on something like bomb explosions. I mean, if that ever does happen, that'll be my proudest moment. Forget anything else. You know, yeah, quotes for news stations, done that. Quotes for whatever else, I'm happy to do. But I to be honest, if I made a quote for this, I would frame it. I'll put it on my wall. It would be my proudest achievement. Let's just have a look at this, just curious. What is this in the corner? Being naughty. After reading about balmy Barry Kirk bathing in beans. Oh, that's great alliteration. That is satisfying to say. Balmy Barry Kirk bathing in beans in last week's Sunday Sport. My boyfriend and I thought it might be a good idea to try it. We went out and bought £30 worth of baked beans, emptied them into the tub, and we slowly crawled in. And it was so sexy. Really? We were soon bashing away in the orange goo. Oh. You've ruined it. I thought this isn't so bad now. This doesn't look so bad. Bashing away in the orange goo. The only trouble was one or two managed to lodge in my private parts, but it was great. Do you think it is wise to indulge in this rather costly but super experience? Oh, what's this bit at the end? Well, you been and gone and done it, but I think you must be half bit. Alright, I'm kind of getting tired of bean puns. Nah, that can't be real. I mean, I wouldn't have believed this if they didn't have the picture. If they didn't have this picture, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, because that's convincing. Like everything they've said here about bomb explosions, looking at this photo, I completely believe that's a real story. But that up there, that seems like nonsense. I need pictures. I mean, I don't want pictures, but like you can blur it out, but just have some pictures, because that's just like a stock image, and you got a story about feeling sexy in the bathtub full of baked beans. I don't believe it. This I do. Barry's bum exploding, 100% real.